Yes.
Well, this guy just got out.
The concern is that they're going to release him, and then they rescinded that.
When are they going to release him?
Today, he was being, released, and the paperwork was being done. It was being processed.
I didn't know that.
And then the marshals turned around and.
No, he needs to be pardoned. He needs to get out. He should get a pardon of innocence. Because here's the thing: they planted evidence in his house. Those grenades didn't have his DNA on it, and it did the same exact thing they did to President Trump. When they raided Mar-a-Lago, they turned the cameras off. They did the same thing to Jeremy Brown. Turned the cameras off in his house, so he couldn't see. He couldn't prove that they were planting evidence. And here's the other thing: they would have never gone to his house if he hadn't been a J6er.
Yep.
He went through it in the first place.
Tree.
Exactly right. Fruits of the poisonous tree. So you got an unlawful search based on a bunch of crap because he's an oath keeper and J6er. And what it really was revenge because he refused to become a snitch and expose them for it. And like Schumer said, they got 6 different ways from Sunday of messing with you if you mess with them. That's what that was, retribution. He needs to be set free. It's a travesty to have a warrior like that behind bars when our country is being attacked by real terrorists. You need men like that out in public. He needs to be carrying his gun. He needs to have his rifle in his truck ready to go. So when the real terrorists show up, Hamas or whatever, that man can do what he does best.
Is he
Stop
in this
the threat.
jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Jeremy Brown's in here?
He is. He's in the DC gulag.
He needs to come out.
Yes.
So this vigil's not over.
No.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
Leave
Ann.
no man behind.
Say it again, Ann.
Meg, we have an update on Dominic Box. We just got a message from Suzanne Monk, and she says that Dominic posted they were going to release me, brought me all the way down, and then brought me back. Same as Daniel Paul. Yep.
So they're playing games.
Yeah, they're playing fuck games.
What it is. I do not have a detainer, and my warrant is non-extraditable misdemeanor per my case manager. This is still unfair. They're still doing this.
Yeah, they're playing games. And President Trump, frankly, I think President Trump should come down here with the U.S. Marshals and Secret Service and open that jail up and bring him out. He friggin' pardoned him last night. Immediate release means immediate release. So, I mean, I would, I'm not trying to give him advice, but that's what I would do if I were him. So, yeah.
Good advice.
Like it.
Yeah, take it home.
Bring him home.
Right. Hey, man, I knew you, but I didn't put the name with the face. Sorry about that.
That's right. It's his hat.
You compared yourself to Nelson Mandela, is that right?
No. When did I do that? When? Okay, when did I do it?
I don't have it off.
Oh, as far as being a political prisoner?
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
oh, yeah,
She
sure.
doesn't know how to
Okay.
ask a question. I mean,
Right.
seriously.
So,
Do you think you would have taken a pardon?
good question. I don't know.
You've accepted a pardon. Do you think you would have taken a pardon?
I think you should have. Sure. He was
Do you
innocent.
think, what is the role of the Oath Keepers from now on?
I don't know. We'll see. Really don't know.
Do you have any plans? Do you have any hopes?
Pardon?
Do you have any plans or hopes for what the Oath Keepers can accomplish?
Well, first thing I'm doing, I'm writing a book. And like I said, I want to see justice done for what was done to all of the people that were abused in that prison right there, in that jail, and all the other jails. It is our Gulag Archipelago. And hey, I want justice for all the other Americans. I know men who are in prison, like I said before, for ghost guns and ghost drugs, which means there was no actual evidence, just false testimony of some coerced person who was themselves. It's like the Soviet Union. They coerced one guy into ratting out or turning on other people who are also innocent. They don't care. And these prosecutors just don't care. All they want to do is stack up convictions. And so they're gone way beyond the bounds of a legal system or justice system. It's an injustice system, not just for us, but for many other Americans, thousands of Americans, millions of Americans. It is a prison industrial complex. And it's got to stop.
So who do you think was most egregiously weaponized against as a victim for the events of January 6th of all J6 defendants and affiliates?
That's a tough question. What do you mean, as far as like the most innocent person who was wrongly accused?
Right.
Probably me and Enrique, I would imagine, right? You're the one who went inside. But I would say all the other people, the other Oath Keepers and Proud Boys who were charged with conspiracy. Because like with me, I'm shooting by veterans' rights. I'm a disabled veteran. I served as a paratrooper, was disabled in a parachuting accident. All that's taken away. I'm on my benefits. I've been also sent by a letter from the VA saying that I cannot be buried in a veteran's graveyard now.
Secretary, going on that note, Secretary, or I should say, Doug Collins has been nominated by President Trump to be the next VA Secretary. If you could talk to him directly, what would you ask of him?
Restore my rights. And I say the same thing to President Trump. It's like, I don't want to be a second-class citizen the rest of my life. I've never been in trouble with the law, I've been arrested for anything, just traffic tickets. I've always carried responsibly, concealed carry, and I always packed a rifle in my car with a plate carrier and an IFAK and extra magazines, just so I could respond, if ever needed, to stop a threat. And I believe that as a sheepdog, it's my responsibility. And what's the utility to our country for someone like me or like you being disarmed, like Jeremy Brown,
Right.
or Ratcliffe, or McKillop, you know, any of these guys, you know, or Moores, you know, and I'm glad they're all getting pardons because we're gonna need our.
Does anybody know if McKellop's out? Is he out?
I think he is. He's out in Oklahoma, I believe.
Okay.
No, Atlanta. I think so. Yeah, I think he's out.
All right.
Anything else?
Great.
All right, cool. We're good.
Yeah, thank
Let's chill.
you.
All right, man, hey, let's talk.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's talk. Let's talk.
hold
We got some work to do. I like that.
Wow.